Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm currently living in France as an English teacher. However, today I am leaving to go on a trip around Scandinavia and the Baltic. Before I can start that trip, I need to get there. So we're starting in Copenhagen. However, we are approaching this trip as budget as possible. It's backpacking only. And the cheapest way for me to get from Colmar, where I work, to Copenhagen, where we're starting the trip, is by train. However, I think I have to make 5 different connections. I'm starting on a bus, taking a bus to the train station, and then I'm gonna be on German trains for, I think, about 20 hours straight. So I will arrive, it's right now, 3 p.m. I'm about to leave. I will arrive in Copenhagen at noon tomorrow. So, lots of travel. I'm meeting a friend there. She is flying, I think, and then she has like a super long layover. And then she will meet me there also. She's gonna get there first, and I will hopefully arrive tomorrow with no issues, but we'll find out together. Missed my first train, another $250. All right, I'm on my way, walking to the bus station. Like I said, this is by no means the fastest or best way to get there. It's simply the cheapest way to get there. And so before I can get on the train, I have to get a bus to Basel, Switzerland. Basel. The 2 closest travel hubs to Colmar, where I am, is Strasbourg and Basel. And so this one just happens to leave from Basel. So I gotta get there first, and then we'll board the train. The bus that I'll be taking is Flixbus. And then after that, I'll be on Deutschbahn all the way. And by the way, I booked all of this on Omio. It's like a travel booking site. For regional trains or travel in France, I usually book direct, but since I'm going out of France, I just used a booking site. I don't think it made that much of a price difference, so. So my bus ran like super late, like 35 minutes late. My train's supposed to leave basically now. There's no way I'm making it. That super sucks. Literally just watched it pull away. That is so annoying. Let me figure out what to do. Yeah, so that's super annoying. The train was, I'm so annoyed. The bus was 35 minutes late, partly because of traffic, partly because the driver went the wrong way twice. I was watching on the map. Missed my first train, and I've just been looking through. There's no other trains I can get that will get me at any point to catch back up. This was supposed to be the longest stint, the 7-hour train, and I missed it. So what do we do? I think I'm just gonna have to learn my lesson, buy another route. And it's gonna be super expensive because I'm buying a day of, and that sucks, and that's what I get. Okay, I'm going to the ticket counter. I'm gonna see if they can help at all, but because I was late because of a bus and not another German train, I doubt they will allow me to take the next available, but I should try at least. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to wait until 10, pay another $250 to take the next available train. Yeah, so he was like, no way. Because I went for the super cheapest option, I didn't get insurance, I didn't get a refund availability or anything like that. I'm just gonna have to buy another ticket. So lesson learned, if you go too cheap, you'll end up spending more money than you would have to begin with. But that's what I get. So let me buy that ticket, and then I'll have to hang out here in the station until 10 p.m. And then I can finally be on the way. Alright, I found the train that I want to take, the replacement, but my payment isn't working for some reason on the app, so I'm going to try in person. Okay, so here's where I ended up. Went to the ticket desk, was able to get it for a little bit cheaper. I think it ended up being, I don't know, around 200 euros, which is still awful and horrible. And I've learned my lesson, and next time, book a longer bus buffer. Book like an hour, even 2 hours, longer than you think you need. I booked a 35-minute bus buffer, and it was not enough time, clearly. Anyway, it is what it is. So, my new route leaves at 10. It's 7:20 now. So, I have like 3 hours to hang around. But I only have one transfer. So that's at the very least something compared to 5 transfers. It'll be easier, and it's an hour transfer. I made sure to pick one that had time. So the first train will take me to Hamburg. It's a little longer. I think it's 3 hours longer than the original route. And it was 102 Swiss francs, which also, by the way, I'm in Switzerland. So another thought, I booked very last minute on the bus data because I remembered that my phone plan only covers EU, and Switzerland is not in the EU. So the second one goes from Hamburg to Copenhagen Central Station, and it was 86 Swiss francs. So I think for a total of around 200 euros, or about 250 US dollars is probably what that gets close to. Yeah. I was also trying, so they speak German here, Swiss German, and my default when I'm trying to speak in a foreign language is to go to French. So I was mixing French, English, and the like 3 words of German that I know. Thank you, danke, hello, danke schön. Anyway, the guy was very nice, very helpful. Well, he said make sure you book a longer break, but yeah, that's on me. Won't happen again. I've learned my lesson. So now I just hang around here for a couple of hours and wait and make sure I don't miss my train again. Also, I just went and double checked how much the original route was, and it was 110 US dollars. Best guess, like maybe 80 to 90 euros. So all in all, spent $300-ish to get myself there. When we were initially looking, flights were 300 to 500. So if I had just done a flight from the beginning, it would have been about the same price. But live and you learn. Learn from my mistakes. Don't book a train 30 minutes after your bus is supposed to arrive. If you're curious how I'm passing the time without draining my phone battery, I'm just wandering around, walking back and forth, doing a little pacing, getting my steps in before I sit in a train for 10 hours. There's a lot of places I could sit down and have like a coffee or tea or something, but after that debacle, I'm not really inclined to spend any more money at the moment on things I don't necessarily need, and I already had dinner, so I'll just wander around. Checking in again, still just hanging around. I sat down for a while and played some Sudoku, so super interesting stuff going on. I do kind of have to go to the bathroom, but it's Europe, so you have to pay for it, which is so stupid to me, but I don't have any Swiss francs on me, and I'm not about to go to an exchange station or anything, so I'll just wait till I'm on the train. There should be one on the train. Alright, safely arrived in Hamburg. My next train leaves in about 50 minutes, so I have plenty of time. I saw a McDonald's over here, so I'm gonna go get a coffee, maybe like a breakfast sandwich. It's so freaking cold, so a warm coffee will be good, if I can find where I'm going. Had a nice coffee and little breakfast sandwich. That was very nice. Tasted like they do at home. That's what I was looking for. This route is definitely better. I think to have more time in between and only 2 trains is a lot better. Rather than switching 4 times and having only like 5 to 10 minutes between each train, this is better. I think I have about 20 minutes until my next train, so perfect amount of time to get something to eat, and then now make sure I have enough time to go get to the train, and it's right there at the station, so I'm gonna head on down and then be on the way to Copenhagen. Also, I mentioned already, but it is so cold. Just looked it up, it is 38 degrees Fahrenheit, which coming from 60-degree Colmar is cold.
My name is Sylvie Jensen. Should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me or my team. Dear guests, as you can see, the train is almost completely booked. If you do not have a seat reservation, I cannot promise you that we will find a free seat for you. So please move through the whole train so we do not have the crowds at one door, because all the doors are still our emergency exits.
Regionaltoget til Helsinki 1407 spor nummer 4. Det bliver indstedet for minutter, der bliver udstilling i togets venstre side. In a few minutes, the train will be arriving at Ringsted Station. Next up will be Ringsted, arriving at platform number 5. Exit will be on the left-hand side.
Okay, so it is 2 p.m. I left my apartment at 3, which means I have just finished 23 hours straight of travel. I'm very tired. I didn't sleep very much. Obviously the worst part was the snag at the beginning, but overall I made it here. I'm safe. I didn't have any other issues. So now I get to explore Copenhagen. I'm going to go meet up with my friend to travel around, but I'm going to save all of that for the next video. So stay tuned if you want to see me travel around Copenhagen, as well as the rest of this trip. We'll be going to Oslo, Stockholm, Helsinki, Tallinn, Estonia, and Riga, Latvia. So lots of places. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you next week.